Good morning. 92 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. July 4th is a day of mourning in Iran, which says the United States faces retaliation for shooting down an Iranian jetliner with 290 people on board. The Pentagon says the USS Vincennes was in a fight with Iranian gunboats and the crew mistook the plane for a fighter. The Soviet Union is demanding the immediate withdrawal of the U.S. Navy from the Persian Gulf. Officials from 21 drought-stricken states, including Indiana, will be in Washington Thursday appealing for more federal aid for farmers. Lieutenant Governor John Mutz will represent Indiana in the meeting with Agriculture Secretary Richard Ling. The state officials want low-interest emergency loans and other financial assistance for the farmers. The worsening drought is affecting Indiana wildlife. Raccoons, opossums, and skunks are invading some neighborhoods searching for food and water. Although some of these creatures may be cute, wildlife control agencies warn they can be dangerous.
Canids like this raccoon and foxes and skunks will carry distemper. It's a variant of the canine distemper and, of course, the rabies virus as well, which is what people need to be most concerned about when these animals show up in populated areas. If the animal does not run away when confronted with humans, they should regard that with suspicion and probably should report it to their sheriff's department or police department, or even better, their animal control department.
A youth picked up by police on a male prostitution charge is reported to have confessed to the fatal stabbing of an Indianapolis attorney during an altercation in a motel room. 17-year-old Herb Robbins is accused of slaying 49-year-old Donald Jackson. 2.5 years after the Challenger disaster, another space shuttle has rolled to the launch pad at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The Discovery is scheduled to launch in September. It's been more than 40 years since the last passenger train traveled between Bloomington and Indianapolis, but plans are being made to try to resume the service.
Trains like this one may soon roll into Bloomington for the first time. Several parties, including Amtrak and Hoosier Rail Travel, are planning to have special passenger trains run between Indianapolis and Bloomington by October. But the service would only operate on certain occasions, like Indiana University football games.
Under this arrangement, you only run the train when you have that many people. So there's not a question of subsidy, there's not a question of economic justification. It's simply, if the people want to use it, if enough of them want to use it, and they do use it, then the train runs.
This is the railroad in Bloomington on which the proposed train would run. Much of this track was built in the 1930s, and it's unable to handle the stress of today's high-speed trains. So the new passenger cars could only travel 30 miles per hour, meaning a 1-hour trip to Indianapolis by car would take almost 2 hours by train.
Well, if the train ride itself is part of the fun, if people are going to have a little blast coming on down for a football game, that's one thing. Now, if you're trying to get to Indianapolis to go to work or to shop, I don't know that 2 hours is such a great deal.
Transportation experts say a high-speed daily train service would cost more than $10 million and require various sources of funding. But with more and more people commuting, officials say a daily service is likely in the future.
It's one of those ideas that if you plan for now and look ahead 20, 25, maybe 40 years, you say, oh yeah, there's some possibilities. Let's make sure this right-of-way doesn't get away from us. But it's a bit premature now. It's an expensive thing to do. And you better have lots and lots of people to haul.
It's going to be a hot week in Indiana, and there's no rain in sight. Today, sunny and hot, high 90 to 96. The wind southeast 5 to 10. Clear and warmer tonight with a low in the 60s, a light wind. Tomorrow, sunny and hot, again 90 to 96. The extended forecast, hot and dry days Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with highs in the 90s. Again, 92 now. Plenty of fireworks will be shot off today and tonight, including the big display off the top of the Indiana National Bank building in downtown Indianapolis at 9 o'clock. While most people enjoy fireworks, it's a different story for many pets.
4th of July fireworks, usually harmless fun, but not so for many pets like Whitley here. Veterinarian Mike Jones says it's not unusual for animals to be very disturbed, even made physically sick by loud noises such as gunshots, thunderstorms, and even 4th of July celebrations.
Don't forget the pet. That's the biggest thing. Be aware that the pet is around. And if the pet doesn't mind, then it's no big deal. Some dogs require tranquilizers. and that will really take the edge off of them and just sleep through it or not bother them a bit. And sometimes dogs have to be actually boarded at kennels for the weekend.
Jones says there are no particular breeds more upset than others by loud noises. It's just individual personality. He recommends one preventative measure, and that's to take your cat or dog and place them in a room away from the fireworks and turn a radio on.
Or better yet, turn on Channel 4 so you and your pet can see Yankee Doodle Dandy at 8 tonight, followed by the hour-long 10 o'clock news. Have a good day. Suzanne?
Well, we hope that you enjoy your 4th of July. Have a great day, and be sure and tune in tomorrow. We'll find out how to open and prepare a lobster, and Chef Waltzer from Marsh Supermarkets will be here to tell us about all those unusual fruits in the grocery stores. Have a great day. Happy 4th of July. Bye-bye.
Today at 3, catch the excitement when the Chicago Cubs take on the San Francisco Giants. Right here on WTTV Channel 4. Now stay tuned for Perry Mason next.